What's up, guys? I appreciate all the new subscribers to the channel. As you guys can see in today's videos, we're going to be going over all the Supercharger kits / turbo kits that are available for the 21 to 23 F150s. We're going to be going over pricing. We're going to be going over performance. We're going to be going over basically what your end goal should be with every single kit, and kind of like the limitations and pros and cons. We're almost at 1,500 subscribers, so we can get there with the upload of this video. I'd be super excited. 1,500 subs coming here pretty soon with the support of you guys. And just for the new people, especially for the new subs, we do have the Whipple truck, as you guys can see. But inside the car, we also have a twin turbo car. This one has twin 60s. So when I'm going over the kits, I'm not an expert, but I do have a pretty good understanding, and I've had firsthand experience of centrifugal superchargers, Paxton, twin turbos, and now a positive displacement supercharger. That, on that sticky note, has all the prices of all the kits. So let's go ahead and just get straight into it. All right, so I'm about to go get some food, but let's go ahead and get straight into it. The Whipple superchargers or positive displacement superchargers. There is going to be two stages whenever it comes to these kits. The stage one, right at $8,400, comes with 725 horsepower. And for $1,000 more, you get the stage two kit, which comes with 50 extra horsepower right outside of the box. You go ahead and make basically the decision which one you want. The $1,000 kit or the stage two kit is going to go ahead and come with a bigger throttle body, bigger injectors, which allows you to basically make that extra 50 horsepower. And yeah. There's also going to be the Roush kit whenever it comes to positive displacement superchargers. I'm not a fan of them. They have heat soak problems. They're going to lose their efficiency, and they make less horsepower than the Whipple stage one. And it costs a bit more. So why would you spend more money to make less horsepower? That just doesn't make sense to me. But regardless, it comes in right at $8,400, $8,600, and it comes with 705 horsepower right out of the box. But honestly, you're making 705 horsepower maybe for like 10 seconds, because once it gets some heat through it, it's not going to perform as well as it should. So that's basically pretty much it whenever it comes to the Whipple superchargers and the Roush positive displacement blowers. Whenever it comes to limitations on it, I would say the Whipple is limited to right at a little bit above 1,000 wheel horsepower. I would say 1,000 to 1,100-ish is whenever you start seeing people messing up rotor packs, whenever you see people just having blowing motors, just because you're really pushing the platform itself, and basically it's out of its efficiency. All right, so now getting into the centrifugal supercharger kits, there's going to be two options. There's going to be a Vortec and there's going to be a Procharger kit available for these trucks. Now, both of those are going to be sounding more like the Jets. It's going to have that whoosh noise whenever you step on it or whenever you rev up the truck. And they sound great. I mean, you can't go wrong with them. I had a Paxton / Vortec kit on my Mustang. I daily drove it for about 12,000 miles. It was nothing but phenomenal. I don't have any negatives to say, especially if you're going to be running it right out of the box or slightly modified. And why do I say slightly modified? Is because these head units are going to have impeller speeds that they're rated to. So if you pulley it down too much and you run it too aggressively, you can mess up the impeller speeds. It's not going to get enough oil to the head unit, and you'll basically have a messed up head unit / hence no boost. And it's going to be in a pretty expensive fix. It's going to be $2,000 to $3,000 to get a new head unit, whether it's Procharger or Vortec. And that's basically the limitation of this kit, which I say is going to be right around 850 to 900 horsepower, especially on the Vortec. On the Procharger, not so much. I don't have an experience with it, so I'm not going to put a limitation on it. And Vortec, $8,000 for a complete kit. And the Procharger, it does have two options. It's $8,300 and $8,700. The stage two kit comes with a better intercooler, and it just allows you to run not more boost, but it runs more efficient, runs cooler, and it's going to give you, I don't know, 25 to 50 horsepower more than the stage one kit. So not too much of a difference whenever it comes to those kits. They're all priced right around the same. The Vortec kit is going to be a little bit cheaper than the Procharger, and yeah, I mean, if you want the whoosh noise, then you're more of a show car. Can't go wrong with either. All right, so before we get any further into the video, for any people that are thinking of commenting, okay, you only have a Whipple, you're gonna have a preference. I do have a twin turbo Mustang, and I have had a Paxton centrifugal supercharger on it. So I've had all three major setups whenever it comes to F150s, Coyotes, Mustangs, etc. So turbo kits come with a lot of extra expenses that you need to get. especially right out of the market. There's not going to be a complete kit realistically right outside of the box. And the 2 turbo kits that are available in the market is going to be an On3 precision or On3 turbo kit, basically the On3 Performance. Now, this kit is fairly cheap. It is the cheapest out of all the kits that we talked about. It's $5,750. Now, this car itself actually has a twin turbo kit from On3 Performance. So, not bashing the brand, it is going to have fitment issues. And that's everyone can tell you in the forums, online, anyone that has an On3 Performance kit. I didn't install this kit, but they did have to do some modifications in order for the tubing itself to line up perfectly, basically. So it is going to be the cheapest kit. It comes with basically almost everything you need. It's $5,750. I'm not going to put a horsepower, basically how much horsepower you're going to have right outside of the box, because that's all determined by the end user whenever it comes to turbo kits, because of the boost controller, basically. You can go ahead and demand as much power as you want, or it just depends on what spring you're running in your wastegate, if you're not going to have a boost controller setup. And those are some of the additional costs that I didn't want to get into whenever it comes to these kits. But the other kit that's going to be available is going to be an Aldo Welds turbo kit. No, it's not Aldo Shifts. It's not mine. It's Aldo Welds. So it's a $12,000 kit for basically almost a complete kit. 12,000, or if you want the upgraded turbos, it's 15.2K. So that is going to be a pricey kit. This is going to be more for the drag racing applications or roll racers that really want to go ahead and get after it whenever it comes to the 21 to 23 platform. I know I was showing the car, but just because of the twin turbo aspect of it. And the additional cost whenever it comes to a twin turbo is you're going to need a boost controller. If you want to run a boost controller, you need a way to go ahead and run that as well. So you're going to need a CO2 kit. You're going to need a CO2 tank. You're going to need all the lines, the fittings. You can upgrade the turbos. You can upgrade the wastegates. And it is going to be a lot of more modifiable kit to your preference and to your needs. Now, whenever it comes to kind of like those upgrades and those additional costs, I'm going to try to go ahead and attach them here in the picture in the video, just to give you a good idea of what an actual complete turbo kit costs. And yeah, I mean, you got to pay to play, right? If you want to hang with the big boys, you want to go racing, and you want to be in the winner's circle, it's going to cost you some money. All right, so now that we went ahead and talked about the turbo kits, the Prochargers, the Vortec, the Paxton kits, and / like the Whipples, you've had the kit for a while. Now you're bored of the power. You're used to it. You want to get more out of it. Oh, that's not a problem, right? We're car guys. We say we're going to be happy with something, and then you get bored of it and you just want more power. So if you do want to do that for all of these kits except the turbo kits, you're going to want to get a full exhaust. So basically get rid of your cats, free flowing exhaust. With that, you're going to want a fuel system as well, dual pump, triple pump from, oh my goodness, 4 Innovations JD fuel system that's available for these trucks. And the whole reason you're going to want a fuel system is so you can go ahead and run more boost, run 85, safer fuel, and you're going to do it without having any problems, without pre-detonation. So and to go along with that, it's going to be a tune. So for tuning, I just recommend going with Lund, Triangle Speed Shop. There's going to be other, Palm Beach Dyno is very reputable. It just depends what your end goal is. And I mean, just personal preference, really. Most of these, I don't know, they're all using the same tunes in my opinion, but it is what it is. And yeah, so full exhaust, probably costing you right around $1,500, $2,000 if you do want to go with the full catback plus the headers. For the fuel system itself, depends if you want to go dual pump, triple pump, but I would say $1,500 to $2,500 for the fuel system itself. And then the tune, I would say minimum $1,000. Just depends if you already have a handheld tuning device or if you need to get one as well. So it is going to be a little bit pricier whenever it comes to the horsepower gains. It's going to just determine, or it just depends on you how much boost you're going to want to run. If you have a Whipple supercharger like I do, how much do you want to pulley down? Same thing with the Procharger, same thing with the Roush, same thing with the Whipple, basically. So just pulling it down, making sure you have the fuel system to support the 85 needs that you need. And yeah, I mean, that's pretty much the cookie cutter combos. You don't need to go custom anything. This is going to get you above the 1,000 wheel horsepower mark if that's what you want to do. Now, that's just now whenever it comes to the off-the-shelf supercharger kits, they're all going to have their own unique uniqueness, a positive displacement supercharger. Whenever you step on it, it's going to be instant boost. There isn't like a curve or anything like that. Whenever you dyno these, they just go directly up and then they stagnate, and they're going to hold peak boost as long as they don't heat soak. They're just going to keep making that same power, maybe even a little bit more once you get up there in the RPMs. Whenever it comes to Prochargers and whenever it comes to Paxtons, they act more like a turbo, where they do have to spool up. The higher you climb in the RPMs, the more power they're making, so they're pulling harder as they're going up in RPMs. Now, the uniqueness of turbos is that it comes with the boost controller. The boost controller allows you to go ahead and change the power levels, the boost levels itself, ramp it in, delay it, do what you have to do, and it's all at the touch of a button. All these superchargers are belt driven, so you're going to go ahead and have to change the pulley itself to make different power, and that's the major advantage of turbos. You can figure out the track conditions with the touch of a button. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I just want to go ahead and sum it all up with saying that all these Supercharger kits are awesome. They're all going to be fast. They're going to make the driving experience a whole lot better. Just want to give out and put out some information for you guys that might be boosting the vehicle for the first time. Turbos is going to be king. Turbos is going to be the fastest. It allows you to adapt and grow. And hope you guys enjoyed the video. Drop a thumbs up and subscribe. Peace.